हरे कृष्णा। गुरु कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे तृणपेखा अतिहीना। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे तृणपेखा अतिहीना। सकला सहाने बल दिया कोरो निजमाने स्पृहहीना। सकला सहाने बल दिया कोरो निजमाने स्पृहहीना। गुरु देव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरु ये दसे तृणपेका अतिहीना। सकले सम्मान कोरिते सकति देहुनाथा जत जत। सकले सम्मान कोरिते सकति देहुनाथा जत जत। तबे तो गायब हरि नाम सुखे अपराधा हवे हता। तबे तो गायब हरि नाम सुखे अपराधा हवे हता। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरु ये दासे तृणपेका अतिहीना। कभी है नो कृपा लभिया ये जाना कृतार्था होइबे नाथा। कभी है नो कृपा लभिया ये जाना कृतार्था होइबे अनाथा। सकति बुद्धिहीना अमियाति दीना करो मोरे आत्मा साधा। सकति बुद्धिहीना अमियाति दीना करो मोरे आत्मा साधा। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे तृणपेका अतिहीना। जो ज्ञाता विचारे किचु नाही पाई तुम्हारा करुणा सारा। जो ज्ञाता विचारे किचु नाही पाई तुम्हारा करुणा सारा। करुणा न होइले कांतिया कांतिया प्राण न राखी बोरा। करुणा न होइले कांदिया कांदिया प्राण न राखी बोरा। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरु ये दासे तृणपेका अतिहीना। सकल सहाने बल दिया कोरो निज माने स्पृहहीना। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरु ये दासे तृणपेका अतिहीना। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रीला प्रभुपदा। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
Gurudev, give to this. Gurudev, give to this servant just one drop of mercy. I am lower than a blade of grass. Give me all help. Give me strength. Give me as you are. Let me be as you are, without desires and or aspirations. I offer you all respects, for thus I may have the energy to know you correctly. Then, by chanting the holy name of great ecstasy, all my offenses will cease. O Lord and Master, when will such a mercy fall to this one who is weak and devoid of intelligence? Allow me to be with you. If you examine me, you will find no qualities. Your mercy is all that I am made of. If you are not merciful unto me, I can only weep, and I will not be able to maintain my life. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रतां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजनालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्घ्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चातदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सा बाह्य अभ्यन्तरं शुचे। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you so much for joining today's session. And first of all, I would like to wish all of you happy Guru Purnima. So today is a day when we celebrate the tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara. So we all know there should be a transparent lineage of knowledge transfer. So without a knowledge transfer, there cannot be progress and cannot be success in any life, any walk of life, whether it may be a material or a spiritual life. We are all fortunate that we are all part of this a great tradition called Gaudiya Sampradaya. So there are so many acharyas we all know in this parampara. But especially we should be grateful to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has given this knowledge to all of us, though we are not capable of enough to that. I am very fortunate. So Guru, actually I do not have any qualification. So Guru is the one who lets you to speak. Mukam karoti vachalam. So we are all dumb, especially me. I am a dumb fellow. Do not know anything about the Shastras, all those things. But it's only the mercy of the Guru which allows me to speak about this, about something about on the Guru. So there are no words which we can repay with the Guru except holding the water and say thank you, Prabhupada. So we have to be part of the mission of Srila Prabhupada. We have to propagate Srila Prabhupada's ideas. That's the only way which we can repay the Srila Prabhupada. We cannot completely repay though. We are all Pangam Langayate Green. So we are all like a lame person, very difficult. There are so many hills in this path of bhakti, so many impediments coming in in our path of bhakti. So it's only by the mercy of the Guru we can cross these mountains, and there is no other way. We sometimes we think that because of my intelligence, my qualifications, all those things we are doing it. It's like Indra who has taken it for granted that his guru Brihaspati, which is what we are going to see today. So how guru should be respected and how guru should not be disrespected, we can see in the life of the Indra today. So all glories to the Guru Parampara before Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to the Parampara following the lines of the His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Especially, I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank His Grace Lilananda Prabhu and Her Grace Anuradha Priya Mataji for giving me this opportunity, for training me for the last few years. Though I am not qualified for that, it's only by their mercy. I am speaking this to all the people who have assembled here. So it is a great fortune for me to associate with all of you, learn from you the way how we can serve the deities, the Vaishnavas, and the other things. Hare Krishna. So please forgive me if I speak something wrong. So it's a highly big subject to speak something about Guru. So please pray for me so that I can speak, I can be of service to Gurudev, to the Vaishnavas, and the Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna. So without much delay, so we'll start today's session. So let me share the screen. Okay. So it's a very great challenge for me because yesterday His Grace Pawan Prabhu spoke very well about Guru. So almost he has covered entire thing of this chapter. And he spoke in what should we do with the Guru, all those things. It's a wonderful lecture. If you have missed that lecture, you have to listen to that lecture. So maintaining the same tempo, the same flow is a great challenge for me today. In this regard, if I make any mistake, if I don't continue anything, please forgive me for all that. So we are continuing from the 14th text where Prabhuji has left yesterday. So we all know let's go a little bit recap of what has happened and why it has happened. So Indra was very jubilant. He was celebrating. So he was intoxicated with all the opulences which he had. So Vidyadharas, Gandharvas, all those people who are around the opulence. He has the damsels who are singing the nice music, all those things. So he was intoxicated and he was lost in his own enjoyment. So he was enjoying the material opulences which he got. And in the course of time, he forgot to respect Brihaspati. So we all have to respect our Guru Maharaj. So whoever may be, we take initiation from. So we have to respect the Guru Maharaj, the Guru Parampara, the Guru lineage, which Indra, due to neglect, due to his familiarity, he committed an offense onto the Vaishnava. So we see that we all know what is the power of offending a Vaishnava, and especially among Vaishnavas, the Guru is the topmost Vaishnava. So if you disrespect, what happens? We have seen the Brahaspati, he was offended and he has left the demigods. So, so before that, we'll see what is the text 14. Slow. So as everything, we have to do the text 14. Tesham kupata destrinam patatam tamasi hi adaha. Ye shraddha deyaru vachaste vai majanti asma plava ivaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verses, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so to those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who misled people go to hell and their followers go with them. Purport. As stated in the Vedic literature, Bhagavatam 11:20-17, Nudeham Adyam Sulabam Sudrulabam Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karana Dharam. We, the conditioned souls, have fallen in the ocean of the nescience, but the human body fortunately provides us a good opportunity to cross the ocean because the human body is like a very good boat. When directed by the spiritual master acting as a captain, the boat can very easily cross the ocean. Furthermore, the boat is helped across by favorable winds, which are the instructions of the Vedic knowledge. If one does not take advantage of the facilities to cross the ocean of the nescience, he is certainly committing suicide. One who boards a boat made of the stone is doomed. To be elevated to the stage of perfection, humanity first give up the false leaders who present boards of the stone. All of the human society is in that such a dangerous position that to be rescued, it must abide by the standards instructions of the Vedas. The cream of these instructions appears in the form of Bhagavad Gita. One should not take shelter of any other instructions, as Bhagavad Gita gives direct instruction on how to fulfill the aim of life, human life. Lord Sri Krishna therefore says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Give up all other process of religion and simply surrender unto me. Even if one does not accept Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his instructions are so exalted and beneficial for humanity, that if one follows his instructions, one will be saved. Otherwise, one will be cheated by the unauthorized meditation and gymnastic methods of yoga. Thus, one will board a boat of stone, which will sink and drown all its passengers. Unfortunately, although the American people are extremely eager to get out of the materialistic chaos, they are sometimes found to patronize the makers of the stone boards that will not help them. They must take the proper board offered by the Krishna in the form of Krishna conscious movement. Then they will be saved easily. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti comments, Asmamaya plava vesham te yata majantam plava अनुमज्जति तथेति राजनीति उपदृष्टु स्वस्वाभ्येषु कोपो व्यजन्ति. If society is guided by political diplomacy, with no one nation maneuvering against another, it will certainly sink like a stone boat. Political maneuvering and diplomacy will not save human society. People must take to Krishna consciousness to understand the aim of life, to understand the God, and to fulfill the human mission. Hare Krishna. So we are all into this path of Krishna conscious movement. So there are so many people outside who are not into Krishna, any kind of bhakti movement, materialistic, all called yogis. So we all know the concept of called sin and an offense, aparadha. So we all recite the 10 aparadha, 10 offenses is a holy name. So we have chanted the holy names, 10 offenses to the holy name. So actually, what is an offense to the holy name? What is an offense? So one devotee has given the nice definition of the offense. It is called a hatred. It is aparadha is nothing but offense is nothing but a hatred. Sin is not hatred. Sin is because of our conditionings. We are all conditioned by the three modes of the material nature. So Rajo, Samo, and Sattva Guna. So, but actually, when we are not we are not purified enough. So sometimes our conditions comes out. So based on our condition, we committed certain mistakes. That's called sin. But offense is a hatred. It's a willful activity. Is an intentional hurt or slander against a person who deserves to be respected or to be loved. If we are committing a willful hatred against a person who has to be respected and who has to be loved, and that is called an offense. The one who is a person who has to be respected, the topmost first person to be respected is our Guru, because he is the one who is showing us the path of spirituality, the path of Krishna consciousness. So we all sing Guru Ashtakam. So you see that what are the Guru doing for all of us? So he's taking us from this Bhava Mahadavagni. So from this old forest fire, he's giving the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the first person who has to be respected, who has to be loved. And second, all the Vaishnavas, so which we associate with the Vaishnava Aparadha. So we are committing Vaishnava Aparadham. So we are committing willfully the hatred towards the Vaishnavas. We think that this Vaishnava is progressing well, very well in the services, and I am not progressing much. So we get sometimes jealousy, enviousness. So this is the envious attitude. So hatred towards a person who deserves to be respected or to be loved is called offense. Sin can happen by mistake or out of the weakness, but aparadha is willful and intentional by definition. Whether we are conscious of it or whether we are unconscious of it, the hatred or offense is a willful activity. Here, so one devotee has given a nice example. So we all have studied, we have went to school or we have went to college. Especially this happens in the school days. So we all do our activities in the school. So when a teacher enters the school, sorry, class, a new period starts and teacher enters, then what all are we doing? We stop all the activities which we are doing. Whether some are doing the homeworks or some are doing chit chats or some are playing all those things. Immediately we all stand up and greet the teacher. Good morning, madam, or good evening, madam, or sir. So you all respect the teachers. So similarly, when Indra was also in the school, he is in the material school. So he was also doing, there is a period graph and he was enjoying the period. And this teacher has come, Brihaspati has come. And what he is supposed to do? He has to support every demigod there has to raise from the seats and has to sufficiently respect their Guru Brihaspati, which they did not do. So it's a willful crime which the Indra and the demigods do. So it is an aparadha. So we all do certain kinds of aparadha. So by the nectar of devotion, 8th chapter of the nectar of devotion, I'm not going to detail, I'm so just showing you what are the. So there are certain offenses which we all have to avoid consciously. There are 32 offenses which we have to avoid when we are doing deity worship. One should not enter the temple of the deity in a car or a palanquin or with shoes or a feet. We all do that. When we go to temple, we remove our shoes. We don't go there with our great opulence. One should not fail to observe the various festivals. These first the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, such as Janmashtami and Radha. So why there are Radha which we have conducted? It's not an ordinary feat. 20 Radha by a single satsang is not an ordinary thing. So why it happened? Because this satsang, all the devotees are very well serving and respecting their own respective Guru Maharajas on the Vaishnavas. So we should all have to do the Radha Yatras. So similarly, there are so many other 32 offenses which you have to avoid when we are worshipping a deity. Also, so there are certain offenses against the holy name. The 10 offenses to the holy name we have already recited, and one of the offenses to the holy name is not abiding by the statements of by the instructions of the Guru. So when you are not obeying the Guru Maharaj, instructions of the Guru Maharaj, we are actually disrespecting the holy name as well. That's what we have seen. Gurudev, Kripabindu Diya Guru, Koro ye dase Trinapeka Atihina, Sakale Sammana Korite Sakadi, Deho Nata Jagata Jata, Taviheto, Gaivo, Harinama Sukhe, Aparata Hoibe, Hata. So in this today, we all know that Krishna has manifested in the form of a holy name. Krishna has manifested the holy name. Krishna and the holy names are not different. The entire bhakti life is dependent upon the quality of the chanting. So today, why I am not I am not tasting the taste of the holy name? Because we are doing the offenses to the holy name. And one of the offenses to the holy name is we are not following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are offending our spiritual master. So that is one of the second way of offending our spiritual master. Last, I forgot to mention in the last class, Pavan Prabhu has meant the deities, a guru and Krishna are non-different. So offense against the deity is also against offense against our Guru Maharaj. So this is how we are committing the sinful activities to our aparas to the Guru. Against the dhams, there are 10 offenses against the holy dham. So when we are going to Kartik Yatras. Some of you are coming on now, some of you are going with your respective Guru Maharajas. And what is the 10th of 10 offenses? The first important offense is to show contempt and disrespect for the Guru who reveals the Vrindavan Dham. So Guru is the one who is revealing how to go back to the Dham. So without the Guru, we cannot go. We cannot understand what we have to do in the spiritual world. So what are we going when we are going to Yatra with a spiritual master? So more than seeing the places and like a material sightseeing. So we should not go to the dams as a matter of seeing the sightseeing. The first and foremost thing what we have to do in a yatra is we have to attend Mangalarati with our Guru Maharaj. We had to attend chanting. Guru Maharaj sits there and chants the holy name, chants the mantra, chants the japa. We have to take the association. Generally, we don't get the association of the Guru Maharaj. Only we can hear from his disciples, from his teachings. But physical association we are going to get only in these yatras. So we have to chant with the Guru Maharaj. And if you are committing offense against the holy name, is by showing disrespect to the Guru. This is how we are also doing the great aparas to a great Vaishnava Guru. And we are also doing offense against the devotees or Vaishnavas. So Vaishnavas or the association of the devotees is non-different from that Krishna. No Guru Maharaj, no spiritual master does like to be disrespected to us to disrespect a Vaishnava. The first and foremost thing we have to avoid is the Vaishnava aparada. It's called the mad elephant offense. So why are we getting this mad elephant offense? His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu I was mentioning here. So why are we doing this mad elephant offense or a Vaishnava aparada? So this is first reason is we are not we are failing to develop proper comprehension. So we are hearing so many lectures, we are here reading Bhagavatam, we are reading so many things, but we are failing to comprehend, we are failing to correlate. What are we failing with to correlate? There are three things we are failing in, and the first one is the goal, the prayojana. Why am I doing what am I doing? So why am I into this Krishna conscious movement? What is the prayojana? To attain the Krishna prema. This material world is a place of misery. Dukhalem ashashvatam. There is a place. No, this place is not for all of us. We are not going to get any happiness in this material world. So our constitutional position is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His devotees. Jivera Sarupa Hoy, Krishnera Das. And not only that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us, we are all Das Anu Das Anu Dasa. So we are not a Das, we are but Das Anu Dasa and Dasa. So that is what the goal, that is what the prayojana. So we hear it, but we are not able to correlate it in our practical life. The second is the process, the abhideya. So what is the process of this spirit? You are going back to Godhead. All this you all know for five angas of the bhakti. The first is the association of the devotees. Without the association of the devotees, we are not going to get success in our spiritual life. The second one is the chanting of the holy names Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So this is one of the important. Third is regularly hearing and reading Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. The fourth is going to dhams, going on Kartik yatras, all the yatras, either with your spiritual master or yourself. So the last thing is the deity worship. So these are the five things we have the process which takes us more back to Godhead. And what is required to do this five process is the humility. Trinadapi sunichena tarori vasahishuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should be humble. So humility is the most key factor which makes us progress in this spirituality. The process is cultivating humility. The third thing is the components of the reality. What are the components of the reality which has sambandha jnana? So first of all, we have to have sambandha or relationship with the process. So without that relationship with the process, we cannot attain our goal. So the paraphernalia, the Vaishnavas, the Guru, all those things is the components of the spirituality, of the reality. So because we don't comprehend with these three components, we are committing aparadas. So because of these aparadas, we are lacking progress in our bhakti. We don't get the taste of the bhakti. So as we go on increasing, we are connecting with with these three components, our aparadas naturally comes down. So Mahanidhi Swami in his Art of Chanting Hare Krishna, he says, so we all commit 10 offenses to the holy name. We have to avoid these 10 offenses. Now, how are we going to counteract these offenses? There are just two things we have to do. The first thing is to chant the holy names audibly and hear it. So chant and hear, chant and hear. When you chant and hear, automatically the offenses start reducing. So of course, we have to do our activities to other ways also. But other ways of reducing the aparadas will only fructify when we chant and hear audibly. The first thing we have to do early in the morning is to chant the holy names. So get up early in the morning, in the Brahma Muhurta, sit and chant complete 16 rounds at one go. And we can see how our life changes, how the number of aparadas also comes down because we lack in that. So His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu has given the mad elephant offenses is the blaspheming, insulting, or harming a devotee hurts the Lord directly. It is not indirect hurting. It hurts the Lord directly. We are offending the Lord directly. There are several stories regarding that. So I just, as an example, I'm mentioning few, but not in detail. You all know certain stories about that. If you do not know and learn more, you can go to the respective Bhagavatam sessions and hear it. The first thing is there is no, when you commit aparadha, there will be no shelter anywhere in the universe. So we don't get any shelter in the universe. This is a classical example of between Durvasa Muni and Ambarish. How Durvasa Muni offended Ambarish Maharaj. He did not get any shelter in all of the universe. And the second is they longed for powers but lost their lives. So we all long for powers, but we lose life if you offend the aparadha, if you do aparadha. So this is an example of the dacoits who have committed the crime against the Jadabharata. And repentance is the only relief one from when one gets from this reaction, only repentance. This is one where we can see in the case of Rahugana, he also offended Jadabharata, but he repented for it and he got reaction for that. He got positive reaction. So when we do aparadha, we have to repent genuinely before the holy name or the Vaishnavas or Guru for that. Then there is a cause because of causal chain of offenses. The one offenses lead to the chain of offenses. This is the case of Daksha Prajapati. In the case of Shiva, it has led to offending the Narada as well, even in when he took several births. The offense has continued even birth after and birth after birth. And the greed also causes. The greed has ruined the family. The offenses increases the greed, which ruins entire family. This is an example of Duryodhana offending the Pandavas. The one offenses affects one's associate as well. We should not say that because I am offending, I am the only one who is getting the reaction. The entire family who are dependent upon me, who are entire devotees who are dependent upon me, entire clan who is dependent upon me is also going to get affected. This is an example of Ramachandra Khan with Haridas Thakur. So Ramachandra Khan offended Haridas Thakur and the entire citizens of his citizens got affected by that. The criticism, the most root cause is the criticism leading to the material desires. So we start when we do aparadh, it leads to criticism and it leads to our material desires. These material desires are the cause of our problems. So this is an example of Ramachandra Puri versus the Madhavendra Puri when he was criticizing Madhavendra Puri for not chanting the holy name and displaying some emotions for that. So this is what aparadha is going to lead us. The aparadha towards the Vaishnavas. So we have seen the aparadha to the deity, aparadha to the devotees, aparadha to the holy name, aparadha to the dham. So what is the root cause of the aparadha? Why are we getting Why are we doing so many aparadhas? The Bhagavad Gita says that the worst type of the sin is kama. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhava. So the root cause of all the things is the kama, the sin. The kama is the desire and the pride. So pride comes before the fall. So this pride is the root cause of all the aparadha. So this brings us to the current sloka. So where already in the very 13th slokas, Indra offended because of he was pride of his opulences, pride of his position. And he also accepted, he also acknowledged himself that it is because of the pride I have neglected my guru. I have created a problem for that. So it's a pride that causes the aparadha. So one has to let go of this pride. So Krishna doesn't like pride in a devotee. So what happens if one does an offense to the bhakti? So Srimad Bhagavatam 10:4-46. आयुश्रियं यशोधर्मं लोकान् आशिष एव च हन्ति श्रेयांसि सर्वाणि पुंसो महद् अतिक्रमः. My dear king, when a man persecutes great souls, all his benedictions of longevity, beauty, fame, religion, blessings, and promotion to the higher planets will be destroyed. So because of the pride, what happens? Your benedictions of the longevity, of beauty, the fame, religions, blessings, all the promotions to the higher places gets destroyed. So it is said that if we are of one offense destroys 100 lifetimes of the 100 lifetimes of the piety. So we do certain pieties. 100 lifetimes of the piety is destroyed by one offense. That is the nature of the offense. So it destroys all the things. So what happens? What happens? It leads to bad association. So when you offend a Vaishnava or a Guru, it automatically, we do not know when we go to bad association. So what is bad association? Going away from the satsang. So we don't go to satsangs. If we are not in satsang, we are in the Maya. The Maya has all the bad association. So what happens when when we have the bad association? We automatically start blaspheming God. So to the great extent that we declare that I am God. That's the most blasphemy which a person can do to God. Because the pride in us kills the good association and takes us to the bad association and ultimately lead to the blaspheming the devotees, blaspheming God. So, so what happens? This sloka says, so there are so many people. So we all want to progress in our spiritual journey. So we all look to Guru. So we are in SSR we have seen. So if for a very material education we require a teacher. For in our spiritual journey, we all have to take the process of Guru. Then we all have to lead a particular community. But what happens? Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to the path of destruction are in effect boarding a stone boat. This body is, Shastras mentioned that this body, in the purport he has mentioned, this body is like a boat. This is an yantra which crosses this material ocean from desire, from the Dukhalayam to Vaikuntha Loka, Goloka Dham. This is the body, this is the boat which we can do. And favorable winds are the Shastras. All the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam given by the great Veda Vyasa Guru, which we celebrate today, is the favorable winds which it takes the boat to the destination. And most important one is the captain of the ship, who is nothing but the leader or the Guru. If the leader is not proper enough, so yet achariti shreshtas tattat evatar janaha sayat pramanam kurte lokastatan. If the leader is not good enough, and the followers also follow them and lead to the destruction. And these leaders who are in ignorance are leading this body a stone boat. So boat requires certain buoyancy. It has to float in the water. And what happens when you put a stone boat? It starts drowning. And this body is like a steel frame, which is like stone-hearted. The body becomes so stone. But in this ocean, what happens? We fall into this ocean and start drowning it. So what happens? The leader, and as well as the people who are in this boat are going to drown. It's not the only captain. What happened with the Titanic ship? Did the only captain drown? No. All the people, there are many people who got drowned in that. So when lead a bad leader, we all have to follow that. We all follow that. So we are all leading certain groups. We are all having certain satsangs. So as an exemplary, as a representative of this Guru Parampara, we are not gurus. So we have to exemplify the same Guru. We are all representing our Guru Maharaj. So if you lead badly, what happens? The entire satsang falls. We all have to go to the hell. And so too are those blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell, and also the followers. And we see so many gurus like that. One guru claimed that I am Paramashiva. Another guru claims I am Krishna. Give me 16,000 gopikas. And other people, there are so many sitting in the pyramid. So name many. Though people are looking for a guru, are falling into this trap to the false gurus. So Manda Sumanda Matayo, we are all unfortunate. So there are so many people who are unfortunate. They are not getting the guru. We are all fortunate enough to get guru like Srila Prabhupada, guru like so many disciples of the Srila Prabhupada, and Siksha gurus like Lilananda and so many other people who are leading this great satsangs. We are so what we have to be grateful. We have to give great gratitude, show gratitude to all these exemplary devotees. So we are conditioned souls, have fallen in the ocean of science, but the human body fortunately provides this a good opportunity. So we all got a good opportunity in this human birth and to follow a great guru, parampara. When directed by spiritual master acting as a captain, the boat can very easily cross the ocean, which we had taught. So one who boards a boat made of a stone is doomed. That's why we have to be careful whom we are taking shelter of. To be elevated to the stage of perfection, humanity must first give up the false leaders. So still, those who are in this Krishna conscious movement are, are taking the knowledge from a false guru. How are we taking it? So we all in WhatsApp we all forward Bhagavad Gita verses. So Krishna standing, Arjuna sitting down, and there are so many things coming down as a caption. And because it is Sri Krishna and Arjuna, we start forwarding it to her even in the satsang groups. Have we verified the authenticity of the message which we got in the WhatsApp group? No. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we do not. So we get Prabhupada quotes. It's authorized. So when we get quote, we have to be very, very careful before forwarding it to other groups. Otherwise, we are setting a wrong example leading to hellish conditions. So ultimately, we have to do sarva dharman parityajya marmeka. What is surrender? Is to follow the instruction of our spiritual master. So people must take to the Krishna conscious to understand the aim of life, to understand God and fulfill the human mission. So Krishna consciousness movement is the only movement which can take us back to the Godhead. Let me see. So text 15. King Indra, therefore, with the great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods. Because he is in the mode of goodness, he is fully aware of all the knowledge and is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him. So what is the why did Indra committed? Is mentioned in the purport. Coming to his senses, King Indra realized that he was not a very sincere disciple of his spiritual. He understood that he was not sincere. He has a certain defects. Therefore, he decided that henceforth he would be nishtha, non-duplicious. So, if we understand this, naturally dependence should come, and naturally our sincerity towards our guru should increase. Nishtha should increase. He decided to touch his head to the feet of the spiritual master. So if you see the Guru Ashtakam of the Sripada Adi Sankaracharya, he says, whatever you have, whatever you might be possessing in your life, what is the use of all those things if you don't bow your head to the feet of the spiritual master? Tata kim, tata kim, tata kim. So if you think that my spiritual master is like me, this is not a person, we commit offenses. So we have to bow our head to the lotus feet of the Supreme. That's the only key. Yasya prasado, Bhagavad prasado, yasya prasada na guti kudopi. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make advancement. Forget about anything. You forget about going to Golaka. You cannot progress in your spiritual journey. You cannot put one step forward without the mercy of the spiritual master. If you see the case of Lord Ram himself, when he went to Swayamvara, so he did not he did not take the bow immediately. Till his guru Vishwamitra did not order Ram to go and lift the bow, he did not go and lift the bow. He has taken the permission of the spiritual master. He went to the bow, he circumambulated the bow and took the permission of the Lord Shiva. Vaishnavanam Yata Shambho. He took the permission of the Shiva. And before touching the bow, he looked to Vishwamitra for his instruction. Can I take the bow? At that, when Vishwamitra said, please go ahead, Rama, lift that bow. Then Rama lifted the bow, and you know what had happened after that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself is showing by an example. But in each and every activity of our life should be guided by the spiritual master. Without that, we are not going to get the success in our spiritual life. A disciple should never be hypocrite. or be unfaithful to his spiritual master. In the personality of Godhead says that one should respect the spiritual master, accepting his Lord himself. One should not disrespect the Acharya at any time. One should never think that Acharya is an ordinary person. Familiarity beats contempt. Here, Pawan Prabhu has wonderfully explained. Because of the familiarity, what happens? What is the familiarity? So we all know Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishna. What is the humility? So because of you, it starts first we are at humility. Because of humility, we go and take surrender of Supreme. But what happens because of the familiarity? The humility converts into morality. It becomes out of fear. If I don't take shelter of the Guru, what happens to me? It becomes morality. Out of fear, we go to the Guru. It's not because of humility. It's because of the morality. And it leads, what happens? It leads to formality because it's a ritual. The Guru comes, so we bow down. It becomes a ritual without any essence. Why are we doing? Why are we doing Dandavat? We do not know. It becomes a formality. Then slowly it becomes neglect. We start neglecting Vaishnavas. We don't think that this Vaishnava, this is an exalted Vaishnava. And we start offending. It's a casualty. And ultimately it leads to casualty. What is casualty? We have seen in the medical conditions of casual what's? It's an extreme case of disease. So person is severely suffering. So we are all in the casualty. So this is an ICU, intensive care unit. What are we suffering from? We are suffering from pride, ego, all these things. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhya, Matsya, the pride. So we are all suffering birth after the birth and birth because of this familiarity. Therefore, Krishna advised, Tat Vidi Pranipatena, Pariprashnena, Upade Sevaya. Seva is important. Service to the Supreme Lord, service to the Guru, service to the Vaishnavas is very much important to remove this pride in us. 16 says, while 16, 17, and to 12, 21. Let me give you. So can anyone volunteer to read till from 16 to 21? Is there any volunteer for that? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, I can
Yes,
read.
Prabhu. Please go ahead. 16 to 21.
16 to 21, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Text 16. While Indra, the king of the demigods, thought in this way and repented in his own assembly, Brahaspati, the most powerful spiritual master, understood his mind. Thus he became invisible to Indra and left home, for Brahaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra. Text 17. Although Indra searched vigorously with the assistance of the other demigods, he could not find Brahaspati. Then Indra thought, alas, my spiritual master has become dissatisfied with me, and now I have no means of achieving good fortune. Although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not find peace of mind. Text 18. Hearing of the pitiable condition of King Indra, the demons, following the instructions of their guru, Shukracharya, equipped themselves with weapons and declared war against the demigods. Text 19. The demigods' heads, thighs, and arms, and the other parts of their bodies were injured by the sharp arrows of the demons. The demigods, headed by Indra, saw no other course than to immediately approach Lord Brahma with bowed heads for shelter and proper instruction. Text 20. When the most powerful Lord Brahma saw the demigods coming toward him, then their body is gravely injured by the arrows of the demons. He pacified them by his great causeless mercy and spoke as follows. Text 21. Shall I read 21 as well?
Yes. If there is
Lord
no,
Brahma.
if anyone would like to take 21. Okay, Prabhu. Sunil, Prabhu, we can continue.
Lord Brahma said, O best of the demigods, unfortunately, because of madness resulting from your material opulence, you failed to receive Brahaspati properly when he came to your assembly. Because he is aware of the Supreme Brahman and fully in control of his senses, he is the best of the Brahmanas. Therefore, it is very astonishing that you have acted impudently towards him.
Please continue the purport.
Shall I read the purport as well?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Purport. Lord Brahma recognized the Brahmanical qualifications of Brahaspati, who was the spiritual master of the demigods, because of his awareness of the Supreme Brahman. Brahaspati was very much in control of his senses and mind, and therefore he was a most qualified Brahmana. Lord Brahma chastised the demigods for not properly respecting this Brahmana, who was their Guru. Lord Brahma wanted to impress upon the demigods that one's Guru should not be disrespected under any circumstances. When Brahaspati entered the assembly of the demigods, they and their king Indra took him for granted. Since he came every day, they thought they did not need to show him special respect. As it is said, familiarity breeds contempt. Being very much displeased, Brahaspati immediately left Indra's palace. Thus, all the demigods headed by Indra became offenders at the lotus feet of Brahaspati. And Lord Brahma, being aware of this, condemned their neglect. In a song we sing every day, Narottam Das Thakur says, Chakshu Dana Dilayai Janme Janme Prabhu Sai. The Guru gives spiritual insight to the disciple, and therefore the Guru should be considered his master, life after life. Under no circumstances should the Guru be disrespected. But the demigods, being puffed up by their material possessions, were disrespectful to their Guru. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27 advises, Acharyam mam vijayaniyan nava manyata karichit na martya buddhya asuyeta. The Acharya should always be offered respectful obeisances. One should never envy the Acharya, considering him an ordinary human being.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
So we all sing Guru Pranama, right? Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandhamui Savadhana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai Ye Baba Toriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoi Jai Hoite. So what does this mean? Shri Guru Charane Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. The only bhakti is present only at the lotus feet of this Sri Guru. If you don't bow to the lotus feet of the Supreme Guru, what are we going to get? We don't get bhakti. By that process only, Jahare Prasada Boy. What is the prasada we are going to get? E Bhava Toriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoy Jai. So we get the Krishna. If you don't surrender to the feet of this Guru, we are not going to get bhakti. We are not going to get Krishna. Our ultimate goal is not achieved. So here we all know Indra has neglected in Brihaspati. Neglecting our Guru. Guru is an offense. It's an aparada, not sin. It's an aparada. So because of that, he lost the association of his Guru Maharaj. All the devatas lost the Guru Brihaspati. Indra went to search Brihaspati. He could not find anywhere. And what is the diagnosis which Brahma is giving? Brahma, we are coming from Brahma Sampradaya. We are in the mind of Indra. We are behaving like Indra. And what is Brahma telling us? What is our Guru telling us? What is the cause of all these things? Because of the madness resulting from your material opulence. So His Grace Lilananda Prabhu said, we have to be mad for Krishna. We did, but last Bhakti Santan Raja Yatra, we are mad enough. So rain is coming like for a river, it's flowing like a river. We are all dancing in ecstasy. People are continuing to pull Radha. Here we were pulling that electrical wires in spite of the whole wet sea. It's a very, what's called gory situation actually. If it from the material perspective, it is a very disastrous situation if you see look at. So there is other community who had done the Radha Yatra as not Hindu Radha Yatra. We all know in the news. So it got stuck in the electrical wire and 20 people died. So we are all saved by that. So why all this madness has come? We are all mad for Krishna. That is good. But presently, what is our situation? We are all mad for material opulences. So madness is madness of the material opulence because of pride. So madness results because of the pride. So Bhagavad Gita 16.4 says, Dambo darpo abhimanascha krodha parishyayam evacha ajnana chavitas jatasya partha sampadam asuryam. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance, these qualities belong to demonic nature. The root cause of this is the pride. Krishna gives, Guru gives, Brahma gives because of your madness, because of your pride. So once Prabhupada and his disciples in an arti, disciples were singing Guru Arti. And Prabhupada also jumping and saying Guru Arti. And who are outside, who are not so elevated, they said, okay, these people are doing Guru Arti to Prabhupada. That's good because it's a Guru. But why Prabhupada is singing Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada also singing and dancing Jai Prabhupada. And devotees also doing Jai Prabhupada. And people outside, they were thinking that Prabhupada was after this Jai things, pride. But do you know what happened? What they got the answer? So all the devotees are praising Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was praising his Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. His Guru Maharaj is Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Prabhupada. So he was in the mood of his praising his Guru. But we think that Guru is after this pride. So it's not like that. So even when Prabhupada sings Jai Prabhupada, it is his glorifying his Guru Maharaj. So don't treat Guru as an ordinary things. See, because we think our Guru as ordinary thing because we are pride of that. And Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.26 says, Janmaishwara Shruta Shri Vir Edamana Madah Kuman Naivarhati Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be absorbed. Who can reach Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who can go to Goloka? But only by those who are materially exhausted. If until and unless we are not materially exhausted, we cannot go back to Godhead. One should be, His Grace Ananda Vrindavan Prabhu says, one should be very much upset by material life. Then only we cannot go to Krishna. If a light comes, if there is power supply, when you open taps, when you are getting water supply, we don't understand what is the importance of God and Guru. When you are materially frustrated, then only we can understand. Bhagavantuda, we say, when we get, oh my God. So when we face calamities, then only we can remember Krishna. Kunti Maharani was praying for that same difficulties. In the difficulty, it is favorable for me to remember you. Now that we have got all the opulences, then how can I remember you? So that's what. One has to be materially frustrated. One who is on the path of the material progress. If you are in material consciousness, trying to improve himself with respectful parentage. What are the material opulences? One is respectable parentage. Second is great opulence. Third is high education. The fourth is bodily beauty. One cannot approach you by sincere feeling. So here there is one example of the high parentage. What is the respectable parentage? How pride comes because of the respectful parentage. The first thing is arrogance of the birth. Example of Shringi cursing Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj was an exalted Vaishnava. Because Shringi was arrogant because of his Brahmanical birth. And he started cursing Parikshit Maharaj. And what happened after that? When we lost Parikshit Maharaj, of course, it's a divine plan to reveal Srimad Bhagavatam. But what happened to the Brahmana community after that? It's a continuous decline. The second is opulence. Nalakubera, they had the opulence of that because my father is a great person. My father is Kubera, he has a lot of wealth. Today in the material world, you see, the son of a richest person is having pride because he can do whatever he can do. He can evade the drunken drive cases. So Nalakuvera was like that, and they offended Narada Muni. Then, because of the high education, so I have PhD, I am a double postgraduate, I am so and so, I am working in so and so reputed companies. said we get pride. The one is Raumaharshana Sutta offending Balarama. So Balarama vowed that he don't fight war. He don't participate in war. That's when Balaram went on the pilgrimage and he went to a satsang where it was headed by Romaharshana Sutta. The Romaharshana Sutta did not pay respect to Balarama. Seeing that it's not because of the Balaram wanted respect. If Romaharshana Sutta was not respecting a great person, and rest all the people will offend the same. And he took the straw and killed Romaharshana Sutta, and he installed Sutta Maharshi for that. And because of the beauty, I'm so beautiful. Because of the beauty, we don't get we get pride. We don't go to Krishna. Vidyadhara was a Gandharva, and he offended Angira Muni, who was not so good looking. And because of that, he got cursed to become a snake. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhogeshwarya Prashaktanam Taya Patachetanam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadho Navidite. Those who are after this Bhog Aishwarya. What is Bhog Aishwarya? It is the material progress, which is result of the pride. This Bhogeshwarya, why don't we go to Krishna? Because of the Bhogeshwarya. Because we get pride in all of that. You may question, and Prahlad Maharaj also has a great, all these four qualities. So he has a great parentage. Who his grandfather is Brahma. Opulence, he has so all the 14 planetary system belongs to his father. He has a high education. So he has great education. He has a bodily beauty. Everyone gets attracted. But did he get pride? No. Because he was a Vaishnava, he has a humility. So possessing all these things is not a problem. You can have the wealth, you can have everything, you can have the education, you can be born in the greatest family. That's not a problem. The problem is in the material consciousness. It's a Krishna consciousness. It's a consciousness that changes. So having high, so His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says, the cure of the pride is not suppression of the talent or your opulence. So we no need to suppress all those our talents, suppress our parentage, suppress our education, but it should be lead to purification of intent. Our intention should be purified. If our intention is not purified, though we don't have all these things also, we are going to fall for that. So pride is the root cause of our degradation. The pride is the results in downfall. Text 22. Because of your misbehavior towards Brihaspati, you have defeated by defeated by demons. My dear demigods, since the demons were weak and having been defeated by you several times, how else could you, who are advanced in opulence, be defeated by them? So why did Indra and demigods were successful in so many battles against the same demons? And now why did the demons succeeded? So because they lost their guru, their entire power, strength has come down. And because the demons were loyal to their guru Sukracharya, their power has increased. So how does our power increase or decrease? By our way of approach towards our guru. The Devas are celebrated for fighting with the Asuras perpetually. In such fights, the Asuras were also always defeated. But this time, the demigods were defeated. Why? The reason, as stated here, was that they had offended the spiritual master. Their impudent disrespect of their spiritual master was the cause of their defeat by the demons. As stated in the Shastras, when one disrespects a respectable superior, one loses his longevity. So not only disrespecting your guru, disrespecting any superior in the terms of age, superior in terms of knowledge, superior in terms of whatever you take it. If you disrespect your superiors, you are going to lose your longevity and the results of his pious activities, as I mentioned. So one aparad destroys 100 lifetimes of piety. That Rupa Goswami was mentioning in somewhere. And in this way, one is what is happening? The root cause, that's the effect of aparada is degradation. It's not downfall. It is degradation of. So it leads offender to be degraded. So we don't understand the magnitude of aparad. We say, oh, it's my aparad. We have all the anarthas. I am doing so many aparads. I am committing so many offenses. So offenses to be taken. What is the magnitude? If we don't understand what is the magnitude of aparad, how are we going to remove it? So aparad leads to degradation of many lifetimes. So you all know Hiroshima, Nagasaki bombings. So it had happened so long back, I think in 1940s or 1950s. And still the effect of the nuclear effects of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are being borne by the people right now. Although Japan is developing, that's what they're internally they are facing the problems of these nuclear mutations. It has happened long back, but the effect is still continued. So one example we have already seen, the Shringi. Shringi committed an offense to the Vaishnava 5,000 years back at the start of the Kali Yuga. And what is the result of that? The entire Brahmanical race has fallen and is continued to fall today. We don't have sufficient Brahmanas. So we may be born in a Brahmanical family, but we don't have the Brahmanical qualities. Because the effect which was done by Shringi, the entire community, what happened? Now the entire Varnashrama system is under collapse. There is no Brahmana, there is no Kshatriya, there is no Sudra, there is no Vaishya. And what happened after that? We can see what is happening in the Kali Yuga. Hypocrisy, quarrel, all those things. But only by one offense. We may think it's a small offense. But what happens? Krishna takes the offense to these devotees very, very, very highly. Even Vaishnava might say, okay, but Krishna will not take it lightly. So we have to understand the magnitude of the aparad. So Srila Prabhupada has come to this world to establish the Brahmanical qualities, to establish the Varnashrama Dharma. And if you do all this the bhakti life without doing any aparada, sincerely repenting for any aparada which we have committed, then only we can be successful. So aparada is one we have to very carefully guard against. Which leads, so your bhakti will not go, but your access to bhakti, you cannot access bhakti for crores and crores of lifetimes. You have to suffer for that. Text we'll close it to text 23 and after that. Oh Indra, your enemies, the demons, were extremely weak because of this disrespect towards Sukracharya. But since they have now worshipped Sukracharya with great devotion, they have again become powerful. By their devotion to Sukracharya, they have increased their strength. So much that now they are even able to easily seize my abode for me. Lord Brahma wanted to point out the demigods that by the strength of the Guru, one can become most powerful within this world. And by the displeasure of the Guru, one can also lose everything. This is confirmed by the song of the Vishwanath Yasya Prasada Bhagavad. So this is the only way we can go ahead. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one is benedicted to the mercy of this Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Although the demons are insignificant in comparison to the Lord Brahma, because of the strength of their Guru, they were so powerful that could even seize the Brahma Loka from the Brahma. We therefore pray to the spiritual master. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim et kripatam ham vande Shri Guru Dinatana. By the mercy of the Guru, even a dumb man can become a greatest orator. Even a lame man can cross the mountains. As advised by Lord Brahma, one should remember the Shastring industry if one desires successful in life. So this is how we have to be surrendered towards our spiritual master. So I try to speak something about Guru. I am very fortunate that on this Guru Purnima day, where the Guru glorification of the Guru Shishya Parampara happens, I got this opportunity to glorify Guru in the form of Mangalarati and glorify Guru in the form of this Srimad Bhagavatam class, how we should not disrespect Guru, how we should respect the Guru Maharaj. And you all know I am conducting SSR sessions So to nearby people. So by all of your cases, a few devotees are joining regularly. And today it happened to be that I'm taking a class on who is a guru. So it's a, I think it's a mercy of this a Guru Parampara coming because of all of your mercy that today I am glorifying Guru, though I am unqualified. It's only because of the Guru's mercy. A dumb person like me is speaking about an exalted person like Guru, and a dumb and a lame person like me crossing the big mountains, big oceans by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we all have to respect that Guru. Without that, we can not progress. If I have committed any offense to any of you, if I did not sufficiently glorify it, please forgive me. But Guru, subject of Guru is like an unending ocean. I tried to give one drop, at least one atom of that ocean. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Thank you so much. Any questions, any chastisement, please give it for me as a rectification. Hare Krishna. Any doubts? The forum is all open for you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Dandavat Pranam Lakshmikant.
Thank you. Wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Chala విషయాలు చెప్పారు Prabhuji. Guru గురించి. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sunil.
So thank you, Prabhu, for the class. While I was reading, I had one doubt. So when the demigods went to Brahma and asked for this, they repented. Okay, they're doing. So is it not similar to what Jadabharta and Rahugana repentance was? And though he got the benefit, however, they did not got the benefit. So I was just thinking why that was there. So I don't know if you.
So it was a repentance. It was genuine repentance for Indra. He was repenting. So because of my opulence, because of my pride, because of my false prestige, my madness, I have committed committed crime against my Guru Maharaj. So the Supreme Guru, one of the Supreme Guru is Brahma. So he could not have access to Brihaspati to repent. But Brahma is the representative of Brihaspati there. He was genuinely repenting towards his Guru Maharaj. And we can see in the later sections. So other devotees who are taking forward in the same Saturdays and Sunday Bhagavatam class, we can see what Brahma orders. He orders to Indra to take Twista, son of Twista, as their Guru. And accordingly, they have to obey by his instructions. And from there, Indra got the power to defeat all the demons. And we can see the Vritrasura story also coming. So how Indra was successful. So because of sincere repentance as a Guru, so next he got access to the Guru again, and he got successful. So genuine repentance is the only solution for that.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna.
So any other questions or realizations, takeaways?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful class.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for all of your association, Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
So you are all leading so many Radha Yatras, participating in leadership roles. Because of all of your exemplary activities, I could learn something. So you are all like Shiksha Gurus for me. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So, okay. So if there are no doubts, can we stop it here, Mataji? Hare Krishna, Silva Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. Really enlightening. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak.
You have taken this opportunity, Prabhuji. I have always dependent on you and Giriraj Prabhuji. Whenever there are small changes here and there, you always take up this service, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Pancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva cha patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Ramachari Haridas Thakur ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. It's a wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Thank you for your association.
Dandavat Pranam,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam. Only Tara Prabhupada. 2 Muralidhar, second Muralidhar, Govinda Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Akinchana Priya Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.